Yeah.
All right, so 2.7, we're talking about several words that we've not used yet this year. I do think we've used the word equations. Equations have an equal sign in them, so I don't think that's a new word. I don't think we've used the word inequality this year. Inequalities have signs other than equals, like graders or lessons, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. Those are all inequality symbols. Any sentence that I would write with a variable in it that has any of those signs, they're not necessarily true or false until we put a variable in them. If the variable gets replaced with a number, then it's going to make the sentence be true or false. So when we turn the camera in a minute, we have some things over here that will verify whether they're true or false depending on what numbers we put in. The homework today is going to use a term called a replacement set. What the replacement set is in the homework, it's just numbers for you to try. So when they say here's the replacement set, what they're saying is try these numbers and see if they work or don't work, as the case may be. They're going to ask you to find what's called a solution set. The solution set are the numbers that will make the sentence be true. In today's homework, every replacement set will have 3 numbers in it. The solution set might have no answers. 1 answer, 2 answers, or all 3 answers. It depends on the problem. But they're going to give you a series of 3 numbers to try that are part of the replacement set, just the try them out numbers. The solution sets, it's just a list of numbers that work. It could be any of them. Question about the idea of what the words are about. I think the main word of the day is probably solution, and I don't think it's a surprise to hear that a solution is a number that works. But replacement set are the numbers you try. The solution set is the stuff that works out in the long run. So let's take a quick small camera turn to the right a little bit to catch this other call. So if we ever try to do 4 minus 3x to see if it equaled 7, sometimes that can turn out to be true. Depends on what you put in for x. Most of the time that'll turn out to be false, depending on what you put in for x. So what we're going to do is just use the replacement set, -1 and 0 and 1, and just try them out. So if you put in the -1, what's a -3 times a -1? -3 times -1 is 3. So you get a positive 3. A positive 4, a positive 3 together, does that make a positive 7? Yes. So -1 goes into the solution set. Try 0. 3 times 0? 0. 4 minus 0, does that make 7? No. So don't put that in the solution set. Try 1. 3 times 1? 3. 4 minus 3, does that make 7? No. So you don't put that in the solution set. That solution set would only have that one number, the one that worked. Question about that? So if I go like this, we're doing the same stuff, same plugins, same math, but this time it's a win if it's not equal. How would that change the solution set? 0 and 1 come in, -1 goes out because I reversed it. -1 no longer makes this a true sentence because -1 made it equal. Now we're trying to make it not be equal. So -1 is out, 0 and 1 are in. Now there's 2 answers that work. Question about that concept? So let's try again. A little bit of a switch around thing. Try out the -1. If we put in -1 and do the math, does it equal positive 3? No. Try 0. No. Try 1. Yes.
Yeah.
So the solution set? Just 1. Question about what happened there? If I reversed it on you and said not equal to, what would that do to us?
1 goes out.
1 goes out.
0 and -1 goes
0 and -1 come in. Question about that? So let's go again. Now we're trying to be less than 0. So put in -1. If you put in -1, what would you get out of this side total once we put in -1 there?
5.
Negative 6 times negative 1.
What do you want?
Because negative 6 times negative 1 makes
Positive.
positive 6 minus 5 gets us positive 1. Is 1 less than 0? No, so don't put anything. Try 0. 0 times stuff, subtracts 5. Is that under 0?
Yes.
Yes. So
-5.
who goes in the list?
Oh,
0.
0. The number that we tried to put in is what's going to go in the list. 0 made that sentence true. Try 1. Negative times a positive. We subtract another negative. It doesn't even matter what the number is. But if you do a negative times a positive, and then you subtract some more, that number is definitely going to be what type of number? Negative. Is that every negative less than 0? Yeah. So since putting in a 1 gets you a negative, makes that sentence true, our solution set would include a 1. Question about that? If I did a small switch up, and instead I wanted to be greater, what would happen? We just played the game with less, now I'm playing the game with greater. Those go out because they made them less. Negative 1 comes in because negative 1 made it greater. Last one. Try them out. Who wins?
Not only?
None of them. So that's a thing called the empty set, which just means draw the squiggly brackets and just have it empty. Nothing works. Question about the concept of what we're doing? Let's try a couple. We'll call a pause on the video in just a minute, but let's work off a 79. So 4 to 9, some of these had nothing work. Anybody have confidence in at least one that nothing worked? It's the empty set.
9.
9 is true. 9, nothing worked. Anybody have another one where nothing worked? There's one more. 4, nothing worked. Does anybody need help with 4 or with 9? Why nothing worked? And it's a thing called the empty set. Single answers. There's 2 with single answers. So out of 5, 6, 7, 8, anybody have a single answer one?
5.
5, what single answer do you think?
Negative 1.
I agree. 5 is the only answer is negative 1. Anybody have one more of those?
7.
7. What's your single answer?
Just 1.
Just 1. 5 is a single answer with negative 1. 7 is a single answer with a positive 1. Does anybody need help with why those are what they are? In the world, there are some with triple answers. In your homework tonight, there are some with triple answers. But in this homework, there weren't any with triple answers. The other 2 have double answers. Anybody 6 have confidence in your double answer?
0 and -1.
It is 0 and negative 1. 8, double answer. Back to you.
0 and just 1.
It is 0 and positive 1. I agree. Does anybody need any help illuminating why they are what we're saying they are in the book and other people in our class? Okay, so that's a wrap. Where we are for homework, you probably see it coming. We're at page 80 at the bottom. We're going to go 1 to 15 until they change the solution set. We're not going to go into that second group. So all 15 of these where they have same replacement set, 15 problems. There are, again, anywhere from 3, 2, 1, or no answers. It just depends on the problem. That's it. Shut it on down.